Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Breaks into the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Back to throw, it's Russell. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He might want another play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now they'll run it on the toss. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speed to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown Tide. The offense cashing it in on that drive. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida Atlantic's offense will take the field for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football over.
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And it is hardly a big surprise that this this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Brings it in down the left side. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
It'll be a draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They'll go to the ground. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the left. It's the crease. He's at the touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you...
And a sack all the way back in the 5.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on for to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back in this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Feels the punt and try to pick up some yards. Followed him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return. return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Might be calling a hot route. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Power football with the run. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking for room. It's Fletcher. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless. And you know that you're losing possession when you're coming off the field.
And the Owls will hustle to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Russell. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wideout. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. And we've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 32 to Clemson. We'll keep you up to speed if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot.
Turning it on! And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Trying play action. Grab near the marker is Fletcher. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Russell. Finds his man, it's Hale. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Triton, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback and go back.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's going to get loose. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to pass, it's Russell. Touchdown, Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Bama! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute it.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, they'll just find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Dropping back, it's Russell. Gets it out quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hale. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He'll set up to throw. Under fire. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 7 over Duke.
Going with the counterplay here.
Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Here comes that Alabama offense. The give to the right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass, it's Russell. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown Tide! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed behind the line. It's Terrell. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
He'll pull it down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Cano. Fears the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs.
Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wicks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Give to the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Cano. Under fire. Can't connect on his first throw.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today. And
racing down the left side. The 40. Inside the 30. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Toss sweep right. There he goes. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He makes a grab. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Russell. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. offense still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
The play action fake. Oh, he wants it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Looking for more room. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Bama! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Cano. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Wicks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To throw, it's Cano. He's taking a deep shot. It's dropped, and that's how we'll wrap up this one as the game is over. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.